Hi friends, welcome. Today is part 1 of my Falling into Fall series. We are starting in the entryway. It is not a large entryway, but we are going to bring all the fall feels to it. Before we decorate, we're heading to the kitchen to whip up some low-carb Snickerdoodle cookies. Because nothing says fall like the smell and taste of something sweet baking in the oven. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi friends, welcome to the kitchen. In today's video, we are going to be making keto-friendly snickerdoodles. My daughter was making these a few weeks ago and they sounded good. So we decided that we would find a recipe to make it keto-friendly. She found me a recipe on ChatGPT that made 24 cookies. I definitely don't need 24 cookies. So I went ahead and looked and I found one for 12 cookies. And what interested me the most was because she made it with Greek yogurt. So I wanted to try that. Fall is in the air, starting to get cooler, the ovens are going, and the pumpkin spice is flowing. Just because you are keto, low carb, diabetic, whatever your dietary restrictions are, doesn't mean that you have to give up the fun foods of fall. And that is one of the things that I will be adding into my falling into fall videos. Along with decorating, I will be adding some sort of low carb, keto, diabetic friendly recipe. So I'll give you guys some ideas on what you can eat. So let's go ahead and get into this and I will tell you what we need. By the way, at the end of this video, I will have the recipe, and you will be able to screenshot it if you want to, and I will also put it in the description box below. And that way you can write it out if you'd wish, or you can screenshot it that way. But make sure that you give me a subscribe, a thumbs up, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our Falling into Fall series. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. First thing you will need is 1¼ cup of almond flour, which I already have it measured out, 2 tablespoons of coconut flour, 1/4 cup of unsalted butter, make sure it's softened, 1/4 cup of full Greek yogurt. Now it calls for plain, unsweetened. I only have the no sugar with vanilla in it, so we're going to work with that. 1/2 cup of your sweetener, whatever sweetener is of your choice. I use erythritol. 1 large egg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I only have the imitation. We're going to go with it. Since the Greek yogurt already has vanilla, I won't need that much anyways. You will need 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar. This is optional. If you want the tang, you'll need the cream of tartar, and a pinch of salt. In a separate bowl, You will need 2 tablespoons of sweetener and 1.5 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, which I already have that. That is for your topping. So let's go ahead and get to making these. Okay, first of all, you're going to preheat your oven to 350 and you're going to line your baking sheet with parchment paper, which I already have all ready for that. In a bowl, you're going to cream together the butter, the yogurt, and the sweetener until it's smooth. So let's go ahead and do that. I have my butter here, the yogurt, it's a 1/4 cup. And your sweetener, which is your keto sugar or sweetener of choice, which is a 1/2 cup. Okay, and then you just mix all that together really good until it comes together. Now, I will say I have not made this recipe yet, so we will see how these turn out. You can use your beaters, which is probably what you should be doing. I think I will switch over to the beaters once I get this all taken care of and we start moving on to the next step. Okay, you need a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. My yogurt has vanilla in it already, so I just went ahead and used a 1/4 teaspoon. Can't have too much vanilla, right? And then you need 1 egg. All right, and then you're going to blend all that together. Scrape down the bowl, make sure we get all the goodies. I'm going to set that aside, and in this bowl, we're going to add the almond flour, the coconut flour, and you only need 1 tablespoon of coconut flour. You can sift this to make sure that it doesn't have any lumps or anything if you choose to. I will try to get the lumps out as best as I can. You will need the baking soda, which was a 1/4 teaspoon. The cream of tartar. This is optional. You don't have to use it if you don't want to. It just gives that tang to the snickerdoodles. And just a pinch of salt. That'll work. So you're going to stir in the dry mixture into the wet until a dough forms. So we got our wet mixture here. We're going to put the dry into the wet. I'm just mixing it all in so it gets all incorporated. Try to get out some of these lumps of the coconut flour or the almond flour. Put it in together until we get a nice dough. So after you mix this is important, guys, since we are using yogurt, you have to chill it for 20 minutes in the refrigerator. That way the dough, it's easier to, it will hold together better since yogurt makes it softer. So chilling is important. So what I'm going to do, I got that all mixed together like that. So I'm going to put it in the refrigerator and I'm going to let it sit for 20 minutes and then I will be back. For you, it will be just a couple of seconds. I almost forgot. You have the option to add nuts if you want to. I have some chopped pecans here and I'm going to add a few just to give it a little fun. This is optional. You do not have to do this. So I'm just gonna put those in there. A few more. All right, there's my dough. So I'm going to stick it in a refrigerator for 20 minutes and then I will be back. Okay friends, it's been 20 minutes and my dough is chilled. So the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and start putting them on the cookie sheet. So what you'll do is you'll just take them in a round ball, like so. And then you're going to flatten them out a little bit. And you're going to put them into the cinnamon sugar mixture. And you're going to do that for all of the cookies. Just roll it in a ball, flatten it out a little bit, and put it in the cinnamon sugar. Alright, so we're going to do that. Okay, got them all. They kind of went from small to larger, but that's okay. What you're going to do is bake them 11 to 13 minutes until the edges are golden brown. So let's go ahead and throw these into the oven. Okay, while we are waiting for those to bake, we are going to head out to my entryway and we are going to start fall decorating. By the time we are done fall decorating, the cookies should be done. So let's go! Friends, here they are. Once you take them out of the oven, you're going to have to let them sit for 20 minutes on the pan. That way they harden up, and otherwise they're too soft to try to get off the pan. But they hardened up very nicely. They are perfect. And I am actually going to try one. So let's give it a shot. We'll see how they taste. They hardened up, but they are still like cakey, which I like. That's good. They smell so good. It smells like fall in here. Mmm. Y'all need to try this. You wouldn't even know that this is a keto cookie or low carb. You wouldn't know. I guarantee if you gave it to your kids, your significant other, or somebody else who's not doing the diet, they would never know. These are really good. The yogurt makes them amazing, and that's what helped fluff them up. These are really, really good. So remember, at the end of this video, I will have the recipe, and you can screenshot it, or I will also have it in the description box in case you guys are interested. Okay, that is all I have for you guys today. This is the end of episode 1 of Falling into Fall. We ended it with a nice sweet treat and some beautiful, easy decor at the entryway. I hope this gave you some inspiration to start fall decorating yourself. And let me know if you decide to try the Snickerdoodles, because I promise you, they are good. And I wanted to give you the lowdown real quick. Net carbs per cookie, about 2 to 2.5 grams, depending on the sweetener that you use. But I will leave that recipe down below for you and at the end of this video. Alright, that's all I have. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe and hit that notification bell for the next time I upload a video. And make sure you stay tuned for my Falling into Fall series part 2. We will be decorating the kitchen and the dining room. So, alright, until next time, bye.